Okay, we're live. Sorry, I woke up a little bit late. Um, Excuse me. Okay, so value high, coming down to point of control. We're staying within balance right now. This is the balance. Yeah, the value area high up here. We'll probably come up and test this area. We haven't tested it quite yet. But this is where the POC is, and you see kind of we're right stuck in that range. You got the value area low down here from yesterday. So, um, yeah. Let's see what happens in this area, and then we'll oh, sorry, man. All right. Yeah, so we're completely. I think tomorrow there's big news. So today might not be as bad until tomorrow, and it might be in a consolidation phase or compression phase. I should say. Um, we'll see. Just mark out volume profiles. I just want to see something real quick. Let's try this real quick. So we can come down to here. In all honesty, we probably could come down to here. You have this area here, the value low. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. We're in a complete compression type market right now. If you look at this right here, let's look at the daily profile. I'll show you. Like this, sideways. This is something that's you're gonna want to trade off the value area low and the value area high until we see a breakout, like above this or this level where it starts to sink. Until one of those two things, we're just gonna wait and kind of trade off the value area high and the value area low, and hopefully scalp each side of the range. So you don't want to try out the point of control because most likely we're gonna come down and test the lower value low and then we'll go up. So um, yeah, let's wait and see. Control. Yeah, so let's just wait until it gets hits somewhere in this area. There's buying delta here. some nice strong sell delta. We'll see if this actually holds up. I don't think it will, but I'm gonna wait for this area here, and then I'll possibly take a long and scalp somewhere in this area. Probably gonna bounce off somewhere right around here where it's trying to fail. Let's go to the 54 range real quick. Still, I do like to see visibly. So we're gonna put one buy stop order above here. If this starts to be 300 here. I probably should have waited a little bit earlier, a little bit later, but this is the area where you want to trade off of, right here, right in this area. And we're seeing some absorption down here. You can see all these areas, and it hasn't been able to break back down, so now we're getting a bubble. Now it's going to take off. I should have waited for that right there. Should have been a little more patient, but I still think it's going to hit. And we'll probably go up to here, honestly. We'll probably go right up there. And then what I could do is, ooh, I should probably move my stop to break even at this point. I'll see when this closes. And then we'll move it right about now. Since point of control shifted, I'll move it there. Once we break back above this, then I can continue to trail my stop. But right now, we're just going to protect it. We're probably going to hit value area high, which is up here, somewhere right around here. Like I said, we're in a compression market, so it's going to be balanced, especially till tomorrow with PPI coming out and all that stuff. So we just got to be patient and usually take trades off of compression areas. If this breaks, then I'll change my bias, but right now I'm definitely sticking to a compression zone. All right, so break even, and maybe this might break. You can see right here, maybe this is gonna yeah, we're trying to get some aggression right here, so maybe it turns into a sell now. This could definitely be a possibility. I'm gonna put one more order right above here, as we had these buy orders. If this fails, I'll put it right here, and we'll target somewhere up here. So I'm gonna be patient. I'm just gonna wait. I want to see if this area gets absorbed if we start to break out. And the one thing I will be also looking at is, so So we are starting to break out a little bit. One thing we look at is this value area low down here, 162. We could go down there, but chances? I wouldn't say slim, but I would say we'll see, you know? So we're starting to sell off a little bit here. We are breaking. CVD is growing on the negative side. We'll see if this holds up here. If we close above here, I'm going to take this risk here, especially if we start to see some buying support, because we'll probably go back up to the value high. Like that. That's kind of a big stop right there. 500. 1845. I want to protect myself quick here. I don't want to just move it. Once we break back above this, then I'll move to break even again. Because I think we're going to go back up to the value high. I still don't think we're in a breakout market today. I think there's too much news, and you look at the overnight. We could drop. It's very plausible. Okay. So I'm going to protect myself here. I know kind of early to protect yourself, but you had a big amount of sell orders. If we break back above this, then I'm even protect even further, but I want to protect myself early. Yeah, this bubble here kind of holding it up, and these bubbles. I could get out somewhere right around here, but and we probably be careful off the VWAP, because the VWAP could come up to 344. It might be another big area. But we go from compression zone to the other side, and that's where I believe the market's heading today. You can see this big order get absorbed, and I kind of waited for that, and then once that hit, if we break back above this value area low, because this is going to act as kind of resistance right now. If we break back above this, then this is probably going to rip back up. I'm not gonna protect myself. I want to wait till it breaks here to protect myself. I'm willing to put the risk in at this point. Even though I could be wrong, this could bounce off and I could get in trouble here, but this also could be a failed auction. So when we break back above this, I'd be willing to take my stop loss back to break even, because this could hit for up here for $1,800. It's definitely gonna go back up to like we're technically at the opening range breakout, whatever you want to say, opening range orb. And there we go. Once we break above this, then I can move my stop to break even. So you had aggressive selling that failed here. We'll see if it fails one more time. What I'll do here is put it now. I think that now is a good time. Because if this fails, then I don't want to be in the trade. We already retested once. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to keep it here. I want to see it break that first. This is going to be riskier. I know it's riskier. I'm risking like 400 bucks to... But we'll see. I just hope this doesn't come down and wick me out and then go back up and take profit. I need to see this break back above us. I'm in trouble. Oh yeah, this is probably gonna be a... I probably should have used to break even, but yeah. Oh well. We're gonna try one more here. We'll go right here. Big amount of aggressive sells. It was kind of an impulsive place to take a buy. I should have waited, but I think this is gonna go back up to the point of control. Just looking at the market, I could at least, if I get hit this, I'll be up 800, and then we'll go up to probably VWAP. Right there. Yeah, that was the right move to call. Damn. Damn. That's crazy. So we'll go up here for sure. We might even go all the way up here, to be honest. But I'm willing to take a trade here. Off VWAP. Let's just get the hell out of here on VWAP. I mean, it was $400. So 1 to 3, 1 to 4. I should have been smarter and just accepted the risk there and just taking the break even. I kind of backpedaled and got a little nervous here, and that was not the smartest thing to do. All right, we're gonna go up and test the POC and the VWAP, and that's where I'll exit. I'll call it a good trade on that one, and then that account will be good. I made profit on that one technically. Go there. I'll auction's failing a little bit up here, but there. Put it there. And then we're probably going to hit the POC. We just tapped into the POC. And then we're most likely going to tap into the VWAP. And that's probably where I'll exit, somewhere right around there, as price is starting to move a lot more aggressively. That probably would have been a better exit right around here. Yeah, right here. Now we're going to move. I continue to go up, actually. I can go up here. We'll go here. We'll just keep trailing. Well, if we break above this, then I can put my stop below here, and then we just keep trailing it up. Because look at this, it's starting to grow. And we're probably gonna go to the buyer. Yeah, look at this, massive amount of buying. So we can go here. Auction is continuing to push, so we'll go underneath here. Now it's starting to fail in this region a little bit, but if we push back over here, I could put my protection underneath here. And then we can target this range right here, which I think we're going to come back up and target. And then we just trail it hard and just protect ourselves early. And that was a mistake I made here. I didn't protect myself. I unprotected myself after I already knew that price was probably going to come back against me. So now, protect myself underneath there. Technically, we got now better entry, and then 157 contracts. So we're going to go touch the buyer high. That's just my opinion on where price is going to at least test before. Yep. Maybe we might go even higher. Maybe we'll go up into this area where the sellers were. Okay, so if we see this and this fails again, then we can put price underneath here. That locks in at least $1,400. We're gonna do that. We're just gonna trail it heavy, and we're gonna keep going. Yeah, we're just gonna trail this heavy. We're gonna close it there. $2,000 trade. Absolutely fantastic. And that was just the area where I wanted to close. Lots of selling area, lots of value highs. So this could go all the way up to here, but I'm happy with this trade. If I wouldn't have taken that $400 loss, would have been a $2,500 trade. And yesterday was what, over $2,000 trade again. So, yeah, basically dancing with the markets. That's the best way I could put it. You dance with the markets. You understand where compression zones are coming from. Yeah, you just got to be very, very you could have protected yourself here. I mean, that's where I was originally. This would probably would have knocked me out, but I got out somewhere right around here. I think this is a great area to get out. We're slightly above the value high. We're still in. I know we probably will top this area here, but you never know if I won't even come up to this area. This is a perfect area where there's lots of traffic. It's just to get out in. And then we could even go as far as the daily high and break through that. Because look at the CBD is continually to push higher, which is telling me, okay, Martin Rico, hell yeah, took the same long with you. Yep, yeah, that was the classic. You had nice absorption here at the bottom. Like I said, I should have moved that other one to break even. I made a big mistake there. So you had 220 contracts getting absorbed here. You had 177 contracts. You could have taken it along here. I took it a little earlier. I took it, I think it was somewhere right above here or something like that with the first green candle. So I got it at a very steep price, but yeah, great long. You there, Dad?
What was that?
You there?
Yeah, I had to reboot my machine.
I caught this long.
I have no charts right now. I can't see anything.
It went from I caught a long from it was at broke the low of the day
Yeah.
at 225,269, and then it went all the way up. I exited all the way up at 25,389 for 120 points.
Oh wow.
Over $2,000, $2,100 trade. I think it was, and I was down $400 because I had a original long position, and I went long, and I took off my break even because I felt like it was going to come down and go up further, but then it stopped me out barely by 3-4 points. Then I seen another big bubble get absorbed, and then I took another long, and I saw where the absorption happened, and then it just skyrocketed. And I probably got out slightly too early. So I think for this funded account, I'm up by $4,000. I think this 3,500, 4,000 just for the week. So now what we're starting to see here is auctions starting to fail. So if you're in a long position now, I would definitely close it. I wouldn't. You could chance it to go up here, but take profit. Take profit. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my cup of coffee. I'll be right back. I'm back. You there, Dan?
Yeah.
You see the charts open?
I just got yeah.
That long was nice, huh?
Yeah, it was right at the bottom, huh?
Yeah,
Was it entered?
my entry was it was at 5 6 or 265.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
um we kind of were at the value area low. We just broke below it, and
Yeah.
I didn't see. I saw aggressive selling, but I saw absorption, and I knew that looking at
Yeah.
overnight we had rear compression, so the odds of us breaking out were probably very low. If you look at the overnight session, they were gonna go down and grab enter positions right below either below the value area low or above the value area high.
Hmm.
And the chance of this breaking down further was not very high because we went up and we haven't even tested yesterday's high after being bullish for the last 2 days. So it's telling me that, okay, if we haven't even tested yesterday's highs and we're coming down, we're probably going to sweep the value area lows and then go up even higher. That was my initial thought process. Because when we get to those value area lows on a day like today, where yesterday was extremely bullish, and last night and today is very compression-like zone, and then you have tomorrow with big news, the
Yeah.
chances of it breaking out are like very slim, probably. And you look at let's go to the 4-hour time frame. I still don't think we're gonna reverse or go down further until we hit 25 555 or 25 624. Those are the point of control at 25 555 was from previous Monday, so, and that's sitting above high. So I want to see that get tested before we even start to go down again. And I probably could have held on to my trade a little bit longer. Bummer.
Yeah. Keeps going up.
Keeps going up. Yeah, I did not expect this. I got out right around 387, but I could have targeted highs, overnight highs, which would have gave me another, 30 points. One of the guys in my chat took the exact same trade as me.
I was all right.
Yeah, he took my trade.
Oh wow.
He said he made up. He said he put a money bag like he made up big on this trade.
That's nice.
Yeah, we're starting to. You can see the CVD's pushing heavy. Look at the CVD. And the one thing is with now the CVD's pushing. We're gonna test yesterday's high. I think we already did, right? We just tested it, right? Yeah, we did. We tested yesterday's value area high and its high. And if you look at the CVD, it's pushing heavily. So the next area, like I said, coming up to is going to be 553. That's where I'm thinking price is going to move to. Maybe not today, but
Mm. Yeah, it's having a hard time with Thursday's value area high.
You mean Mondays?
Was that?
Mondays? You mean yesterday's value high?
No, it's above Mondays already.
Yeah, Mondays is like right at 421. We wicked above it, but
Yeah, we're above it. But there's another value area high from
from
last week.
was Thursday or Tuesday or it was Tuesday? No,
Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday last week.
Monday, Tuesday. I think that Wednesday for me it shows value highs at 280 now. Is that what it shows for you?
Shows at 419.
Maybe they're slightly different than mine.
We're at right now. We're at 440, so we're already above it.
Yeah, we're seeing we broke above the value high now. So
If you look at the daily, you can see we're testing Wednesday's opening, actually above the opening now.
what's this? Yeah, we're just.
Yeah, I missed it. It's just that was the move this morning.
Yeah, I knew there was when I opened it up. I knew as soon as I saw the compression all night, I knew that we're gonna.
Yeah.
I was gonna take an entry off the either above a value or high or below a value or low. Oh, you need to get close on. Okay. Go ahead. But we're in these compression days. When you look at overnight, you're just waiting for absorption to happen below these value lows and value highs. And I don't know if you can see here, but this was like pretty like I'll send you a picture of my charts. You can see the this was absorption happening here. Damn, I had another guy join another two people join my Discord. Jesus, it's growing.
Oh wow, nice pullback.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna break out.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But
I just you just look at the night. I just don't. All right, so now what we're gonna see here is a pullback, probably to. So the point of control shifted, the value area high shifted. If you look at the range, just from this previous swing, we're looking at value area low sits right at 343. We'll see some sort of support around 343.
Damn, why is it so late?
What was that?
So late.
What is?
It reacts so late.
Oh, it's because it's delayed.
Oh.
Everything's delayed. Like I can't. The time it takes to process everything. And we do have some strong delta.
You're at 2,000?
Huh?
You're at 2,000?
Yeah. This is a key area.
What are you live on? YouTube?
Hmm?
Do you live on YouTube?
Mm-hmm. Live on YouTube. I was thinking about going live. I could do. Probably gonna set up live on TikTok because I can go live on TikTok now.
Oh, okay.
I know a lot of people do live on TikTok. I like that. I just gotta get a system to put all the comments in together. Hmm?
Go to the bathroom?
Can you go pee pee?
I need to go now too.
Me too. Okay, you want to set up the little thing for? Yeah. I'll go in there right now. Yeah, that we're gonna see it probably come down to the value area low.
I'll be back in my charts in a minute.
Yeah, the value area low is for at least this swing is what I have marked out. It's 343. We'll see if that continues. You bought there. There. Interesting.
Hey, get down.
Mateus' backpack? Yeah. I can go grab it right now. I'll go grab it. I'll be right back. Coming down again, huh, Dan?
Yeah,
Whoa.
Starting to see the aggressive selling happening.
yeah.
So, come on, do you want my water?
Yeah, we're gonna come down and test either the daily value area low, which is sitting at 315, or we're gonna come to
Dad, Tate's calling.
Huh?
Tate's calling you.
or we're gonna see okay, baby. 342. One of the two. All good left? Crazy part is we're still sitting above this value area high, but we're not breaking above it, which is most likely telling me that this is probably going to return back to the value area low. Because we're sitting on the value area high and the point of control is all in the exact same place for the day. Is your point of control and value area high next to each other? Within a point or two?
For the daily,
For the daily, yeah.
yeah, it's 403. Yeah, 403.
And your value area high?
Yes, value area high is 404.
Your POC is what, somewhere right at 400, 399?
Yeah, 100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon knows.
the only way they can bring this is either this bounces off this and this goes higher up to 25,500, or what I think the more likely setup is going to come down to the value area low, which is somewhere around 300s. I just don't see a breakout really happening with all the news. That's just my honest opinion. I'll be right back. I just gotta. All right. So we're trying to push, huh?
Yeah.
They're trying to push.
Dad,
Mm-hmm.
how do you do that with like the where you get the view the screen of that?
What do you mean?
Like of the you're trading.
How do I get it like that?
Yeah.
Do the software? What?
Oh, because I kind of wanted to try that.
Yeah. For your game?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can try it. You use the software. It's called OBS. Wow. Point of control, value high, all sitting within each other.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly, I don't even know if it's just gonna keep going and break the high again. But I just don't see the aggression that we saw from the buyers. It fizzles out pretty early once we got above the high. So, like I said, I think we're going to be a compression type day, and I think we're going to come back, retest the value area low. You could probably catch a scalp from the value area low to back up to the POC. Be like a 50, 60 point scalp. That would be my true. I think that it's probably one of these days where it bounces between the values.
Did you finish your homework?
And then we'll see another possible. I don't think it'll make a new low, but I think it'll come down and act like it's going to make a new low. Now we're starting to see some absorption at the top from the buyers, and then now sellers
wow.
are starting to step
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
I have 2 areas marked out. One near the value area low, that's where the delta is the highest here. These are the 2 areas where I would be looking at for possible long scalps. Nothing crazy, but look around these areas. Yeah, if I would have, I moved my break even earlier, and I was up like $400 or $500. I moved it back to my stop loss. I thought it was gonna tap me out and keep going. If I would have just moved that to break even and took my second trade where I originally took it after the absorption, I would have been up like almost $2,600 today. It would have been an even bigger day than yesterday. So I'm done trading that one. I'm gonna trade my other accounts. See if I can pile up some little bit of scalps. And then you could see that the sellers are starting to take a little bit of control here, right in this area where we're at right now, which is right at the value area high. I'm gonna take a short here.
Wow.
I'm gonna put it right above the failed sells, so I'm gonna target this value area low just for a 2-to-1. We'll see if it works out. There's a lot of support at this 388 area. That's where the strongest buying node was at the bottom here, and the other one is right at 380. Yeah, I'm just trying to target a 2-to-1. 1-to-2, I should say. A lot of these traders that traded the orb today are gonna get wrecked. I'm calling it right now,
Oh yeah.
because these are the type of days where orb traders get destroyed, is because we're in compression all night. And if you're an orb trader, you could probably, if you're smart enough, you could probably realize that, okay, we're in compression. It's not a good day to take orbs, especially like when we're bouncing from one value to the other. today's the easy day where you can scalp from one value area to the other, from range to range a lot of times. And that might get stopped out here. We'll see. I didn't have the best entry, but I still nonetheless think it's the most plausible entry.
Stop it. Come on.
Okay, I just need to see this break below 390, and then once we break below 390, we're going to come down to 373, which is the most aggressive sell node from that previous swing up, and then the other small aggressive sell node was at 366. Sellable, where aggressive sellers stepped in heavily.
That's why your freaking teeth are hurting. Stop it. Here. You want more of these? Huh? No. Okay, here. Let's put your gray ones on.
I'll just go for a 2-to-1. Here we go. Here's gonna be the test right now. They're about to test, see if they can follow through with anything. It's either that or we go up and we break and we go up to like I said, the 25, 55, 53, whatever. They're ready? Okay. But we're stuck on the POC right now. We're absolutely glued to this POC.
Yeah, definitely. You're just stuck.
Mm-hmm. Just want to see something here real quick. Yeah, we should see a possible breakdown right here, at least one more time, because sellers were definitely active at the high of the day. And there goes some buyers. That's not good. If this can't get stopped here, then I'm gonna get stopped out. My stop is at 413. Yep, I got stopped out. Try one more area right here. This is what I think. CBD is starting to build here a little bit. Yeah, CBD is building. I should have taken a long
Mhm.
here. So a better entry.
Yeah, my 5 minute gave me a long signal.
Yep. We'll see if this rejects here then and pulls back down then. But most likely this is gonna go all the way back up to the high. Maybe retest one more time. But you can see the CBDs are starting to slowly increase, which is a good thing for the buyers. I don't know though. I'm gonna take the kids to school real quick. I just want to see if I can manage this trade through. Let's see here. Oh wow, I'm in the shorts. Can you hear me, Dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a feeling this was gonna go onto the buyer low.
Oh yeah.
I'm short at 413. That's where I was short originally.
That was a good entry.
Yeah. So they're getting aggressive now. Watch once we close to 365, we're gonna get some acceleration down to the value area low probably. Okay. Let's see if I can. I'll move to break even at this point. Hey Tail, are you finished? Are you finishing your homework?
Yeah, it was still
we're gonna have some support here, but there's a lot of aggressive selling here happening. So I really do think we go down to the value area low for this swing, which is at 340 area. Especially since we're coming back down and breaking the value area high in the POC again. And if I break even, cool. It's a great trade. Here we go. Watch this. This is going to be the move. This is where pressure is going to start to build. And there it is. We're going to start to hopefully see some aggressive selling down here again into the areas of 373 and 366. If we see that, then I'll probably hit take profit. What we can do is we can cover above there. And the reason this looks really good is because, I don't know if you can see on my stream, but we had aggressive buying right into this aggressive sell, strong aggressive, and immediately got rejected as soon as we broke again. So this is a very, looks like a healthy, sellers are healthy enough to hopefully apply more pressure down to the value area low. They tap back into that strong selling area, which is right at, like I said, 373. That's the first area, and then 366 will be your second area where the next aggressive selling, strongest, I would say, of the aggressive sells happened. Where they originally tried to push this market down, they couldn't do it. Here we go again, another push. Put it above here if we fail. Repeat. Whatever you want to tell. Here we go again. Another push they're going to make. aggressive buying happened right here, and we broke. So, wow, look at this. Jeez. You see it, Dad?
Let me see. No, so. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I called it. I knew this was going to happen. It's going to go right down to the value area low. It could go all the way down to the daily, but I'm just going to get out on the swing because that's where there's going to be some buying presence right around 340 area. Oh, I'm going to exit. We're technically at the VWAP, so this is going to be some pressure right under here with buyers. But I think we're going to go down to all the way down to 320 area. You're going to get buying pressure right here into this node. There's a little volume node right here at 345. I'll get out right here. I have to cover a loss. And there we are. We'll exit right here at 343 if it gets to there. Hopefully it doesn't rebound here. Like I said, we're at that VWAP, so I'm a little bit wary about this because yeah, I knew this was. I'm just gonna move this to. Damn. I should have exited in that zone I had. Top of that zone that I marked. I think we'll come right back down though. Did you tell her you're doing your homework, Tail?
Connection lost. Connection lost. Connected. 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 Connected.
Sorry guys, I was on the phone. Well, looks like my thing hit take profit, so up 2,000 on one. Sorry, let me get my chat up. I know you guys are on the chat. Hey Ragul, what's going on, man? Sorry, guys, I've been gone. Tom, hello, how you doing, man? I saw you jump into the Discord. I think it was you. Thanks for all tuning in, guys. This is just crappy price action. I wouldn't trade this. I would honestly just sit out, and it's probably not going to get any better today. That's just what I would do. Oh, sorry. But looking at what we're looking at today, I think we already tested the, yeah, see, we're down to the value. I knew it was going to come down here just from, you look at this right here, and this is an important thing to kind of keep an eye at, is, let's say I woke up in the, before morning market open, it was like somewhere right around here, 620 or something like that. I saw this bounce, value area high, value area low, value area high, value area low. So what happened was they actually caught a lot of people trying to break out, so there was just a lot of absorption here. Someone was sitting here with a massive order, squeezing price. They were trying to squeeze for the shorts, and I thought possibly they would have came down here to somewhere right around this area. I had this area marked out, but looking at the night, I was like, this is most likely not going to happen. And this is actually, I believe this blue line was a value area low from Monday. So as you can see here, they squeezed. We had a huge amount of contract. I'll show you guys. This is, I mean, you could just see it in real time when it was happening. So we had, see how many, so 221, 86, 277. We had a bunch of smaller orders here. They were hitting it, but price was not moving. So what happens then? We get a nice bullish candle. I think I entered actually prematurely. I should have waited for the candle close, and that did not happen. I entered right here when I saw this spike above this area right here, or was right here, somewhere right around here. So I took a long here. I went long. This was the $2,000 trade, and I wrote it perfectly all the way up. My stop was right there. It was like $300-400. I think it was. I think I had it a little bit bigger. I think it was like $400, something like this. I just slightly below, just in case if it wicked. And then I got out. It was somewhere. It was right in this area. I know that for sure. I was down $2,400, so this would make sense. I got somewhere right around here, which is not bad. I could have rode up to here. I saw all this selling orders here that were aggressive and big orders. And at that point, it was my point to exit. I wasn't going to try to risk another $1,000 that it drops back into this area just to make additional, I don't know, 15, 20 points. So even though I could have made, I mean, look at it, I could have made an additional like 50, but not, probably another $1,000. Yeah, another $1,000. But yeah, so then that was the first trade. I took that on that account. My second trade, I don't know if any of you guys were here. My second trade was right here. And the second trade was actually a little tougher to read, but I knew that this was going to happen. So we broke above the value area high. It was somewhere right around here. We broke above it, and selling pressure began to sell off. Try to get it? Selling pressure began to sell off. So what happened is I went short here. I got stopped out once. My stop was like right about here, and it wicked me out. Then I went short one more time here. I should have waited for this. Instead of waiting, I thought this was going to break out this way, down to the value area low. I should have waited for this, the absorption to happen, which I like to wait for. Buyers tried to squeeze the highs. They got absorbed. I went short right around here. And then I rode it all the way down. I think it was roughly for, I don't know, $1,400. It was a sell from here. A very accurate sell right here. And we looked at something within this range. I got out. This was the, let me exit this out. I'll show you exactly where I exited and the reason why I exited. I drew a volume profile before this move even happened from where price came in the morning to the price high. I got out somewhere right around here where all this aggressive buying orders, value area low. My order is right there. I took a $400 loss in the first trade, ended up getting, I think it was like 1370 or something like that, slightly below. So we ended up hitting right around here, and then look what we have done since here. Yeah, we're starting to see some aggressive sells. Again, I can see something. You could probably have a nice scalp if we see absorption here. You could see something like this. Would be not a bad setup here. You would take a long somewhere off of here if we had absorption, something like that. You're risking like $300, and that still wouldn't be a bad trade. That's what I can see happening, possibly. I just don't know if, with all the news coming out, I don't think there's going to be much moves happening and much volatility. I think we might still have some good trade setups. Maybe I might take it on my eval. I'm not sure. I have an eval account here that I'm pretty much going to pass in the next day or so. Another one. But yeah, this was a funded. I took this one on. This is another funded. I took this one on. This one's a funded for my funded futures. So yeah, look at this absorption of just aggressive buying, and they sell off. So buyers right now aren't in control, and to be honest, I don't know. We'll see what happens in this area. This is an important area right here. See where all this range is right here? I'll just draw this out. This right here is where volume spikes. So we're in this box. This is where I would look. If you're going to take a long, I would look in this range to take a long if you're going to take a long. Especially since we're coming below the value area low of not only the swing, but the actual daily, which is daily is this. And then your swing is right here. So for me, it's going to probably be done for the day, most likely. Like I said, I just don't want to sit around here and try to trade and force price action. That's not meant to be. Tom. Yeah, it's definitely, this is the best way I've done price action. I've done MACD indicators, RSI, TDI, which I really like. I've done a lot of that stuff, and none of it compares to the way order flow and volume profile trades. It's just, you could read the price action so much better. You can incorporate price action with the volume. So these volume bubbles are crucial to show aggressive buying or selling in the market, and where buyers and sellers actually step step in. So you don't know much about volume profile, just the basic. You obviously know value area high, but let me just turn this off because this is a lot of shit on the chart. Let me exit this out. All right, let's just start with that. Let me turn off my deep trades. Let me turn off the bubble. So it's very simple. Okay, value area low, value area high is up here from top to bottom. This is from the swing from the morning. Let me show you. That's just the basic. POC, obviously know that. And then you have delta. So delta spikes here are ranges where buyers have stepped in, and you can kind of see right here. Let me remove this because we're right in this box. Watch, it's gonna bounce off this. You can see right here. Look at right in this area. If you can see, I don't know if you can. I'll zoom in a little bit more. You can see right here. This is a volume spike. Even though we're not in the value area, we've dropped below it. This is the volume spike. So this is where buyers became interested in this move. So this is where interest will happen again. And you can see there's starting to be some interest. There's no aggressive buying, so I would not take that. So I look at those two things, but volume profile, I look for the daily volume profile, kind of key areas, and I look for the delta, and I look for the volume bubbles. Yannick Page, mind if I ask how long it took you to be able to read this, the deep trade stuff? So I watched hours and hours of videos. Rewatched them. I think I've watched the guy that I learned from Fabio, like probably, I don't know, his video probably 6 times in a row. It took some time, but since I've been trading for a little over 2 years, I kind of understood market and market structure. It just became a little bit more to understand the volume profile with the volume bubbles and kind of how the market actually works. And if you want to read a book, Auction Market Theory is a great book. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I personally am not ready yet. I'm probably going to read it, but it breaks down in a very simpler standards on how to actually read auction market theory. Ragul, go. Fabio's video, yeah. Fabio's videos, if you look up on YouTube, he is an absolutely amazing trader, and he breaks it down into more of a simple term. So 2 setups I look for, and these are the 2 best setups you can possibly trade with this type of trade. Compression day. So compression meaning we're in a range, we're bouncing from one value to the other. You just trade from, like I did today, from value area low to value area high, value area high to value area low. Can you get bubbles on TradingView? I think you can, but I don't think they'll help, but they're not the exact same bubbles that you see here on deep charts. And the reason I say they have a proprietary algorithm that actually tracks the bubbles, and what happens with the bubbles is you get orders, but they're broken up because big boys, they cannot place a massive 1,000 contract order or 500 contracts filled at the exact same price. So they got to break it up. And what happens is they break it up. So the algorithm is picking up on the orders that are being placed in the exact same area in bunches. So that's where we get these bubbles. I'll pull the bubbles back up. Oops. So back to like kind of how the setups are. It's not, yeah, on TradingView it's not as accurate. Yeah, Regal, that's exactly right. Another W day. Let's go. Thank you. Yannick, I usually trade orb. Heard you call this out. This isn't an orb day, and you were exactly right. Thankfully, still managed to stay green today. Yannick, a good way. So orb trading is not bad. I think in a certain season of the month, it actually works very well. One thing you could do for orb trading, what I would do honestly, is you can incorporate these volume bubbles with your orb trading. So let's say if you mark out the first 15 minutes, let me just remove all this volume profile. Let's say you mark out the first 15 minutes. This is from 6:30 to 6:45. This would okay. So this is the range, right? From here to here, here to here. You can see, all right. Most people would trade this breakout. Okay, we're breaking out. Get stopped. What you see here is before you accept this trade for the breakout is you see aggressive selling happening and it's getting absorbed. So that's a false breakout. You would wait and be like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to take that. Then you would see up here, you could catch a small scalp up here because we broke this and we did get aggressive buying and it was bouncing and we broke with aggressive buying. You could catch a small scalp. It would have been small. But at the end of the day, that would how I would trade opening range breakout. I would use these bubbles in connection with how you're trading the breakout. So it kind of gives you a validation with order flow. Trading View shows synthetic data. Yeah, Ragul is right. He is right. Tom. I would definitely try to switch over to some sort of other platform. Look at where I marked this box. I was right here, right? Didn't I call this volume area? That's crazy. You didn't get. So one thing you did get though was aggressive selling that got absorbed. But for orb trading, Yannick, on the other one, to read, if you, the reason with the orb is it's just very simple and it's very easy to use, and that's why a lot of people like it. I actually like it too. I've used it before. But here, let me show you some other stuff. This chart's so messy. Let me turn daily profile. Okay, that's today. This was yesterday, right? Let's just go over a little bit of things yesterday. Let's see what happened. Okay. Opening range breakout for you yesterday. Yesterday would have been a great day for an opening range breakout. Okay, so as you can see, this first market open, right? 5, 10, 15. So most people would have gone here and they would have been in drawdown, right? What you could have waited for is, you mark out the opening range breakout. You wait for buyers to step in. I know it's a little tough to see here, but you wait for, let's say you wait for buyers to step in. Let me zoom in. 5, 10, 15. This is top of the range, bottom range down here. Obviously, we're going to go bullish. Let me just erase this. I don't think I need this. Okay. You can see here, you could have waited for this. So this was the area where buyers were stepping. There was a massive, and if you just draw the volume profile, I'll show you. This is a good way to do it. So you draw the volume profile from here. Let's say the first 5 minutes. Where do you see all the buyers on here? Here, let me pull it over. Where do we see all the buyers just from this 15-minute range? It is dead obvious. Your entry, we broke out. It was going to come back. Where did it test? Exactly. Right here. Look at this. 938 contract buy order. Right in this area. What happened? We that's where we stalled. And then ended up going up. Yeah, 72. You could have gone long here. As soon as we broke above this, price action closed above this, you could even gone on a 1 minute chart. Oh no, I went back. But damn, look at this. I told you guys this was a good trade. This was a trade that could possibly have been taken for it long. And I would have been out by now. You would have exited. I think it was somewhere up here. I forgot where it was. Was it up here or the point of control? Tom, wait for break with displacement. Yeah, if you're doing the orb, you don't want to trade it blindly. I know you could do price action. It closes this or whatever, or fair value gap, whatever they call it. It's if you want to get really into like being understanding how actually markets work, is definitely order flow is going to be your top priority. You could actually, it reads areas that come in, and most people, they look at footprint charts, and footprint charts are still confusing to me. I personally will not trade footprint charts. I've seen it before. I kind of understand it, but to me it's just too complicated, and a lot of people that pushes them away from order flow. If you're using something like this where it's tracking aggression in the market, which is using order flow, and then you're using price action and using volume profile, it's just 3 simple things just to use all in conjunction. You can read kind of where the market's going. So right here, where I think the market's going to go, we're at the point of control. It's probably going to come back up here. It just shifted. So let me turn off the daily volume profile. This is where all the volume is right here. So right here, this is the area where we're going to come up to. We'll probably come right here to the point of control, right around 399, 400. And where was this from? This little spike of buy orders. Yeah, you guys can follow me on, you can subscribe here on YouTube. My Instagram is, I post like trading content on there as well. It's my name, Stefano DD. I could type it in the chat actually, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram. I pretty much on all socials. I kind of keep you more updated on Instagram more because that's what I use mostly. But yeah, I try to trade every morning. Some mornings I I don't wake up. Um, it's because sometimes I work a late job. Because that way it gives me time to trade. I don't like working an early job because I can never actually sit in front of the charts and trade. So I do try to go live every morning, at least at 6:30 open. I've been getting a lot better at being more consistent. Yeah, look at this. It's pumping. I called this area well before it even happened. Um, yeah, I do that. I do content on that. I do YouTube. Obviously, this is where I do all my live streaming. I'm just trying to provide value to everyone. I feel like this space is very how do you say people get not scammed, but they get taken advantage of is what I could say. And giving people um, real information, real data that could actually help their trading improve. I think that's the most important thing. I'm literally I've been raised just to be a good person and do the right thing and try to help people out along the way. Um, and this is kind of my journey of to kind of help people and we could all trade together. At some point when we get big enough, or if we have a huge amount of people, the people in the beginning, I would love to bring you guys on as people underneath me that can teach others, because there'll be a point to where there'll be too many people to help learn. And I'm only growing as myself. I still have a long way to go. I'm still very early on this journey. I'm like almost 3 years in, and my first year was unprofitable. Second year was practically break even, more unprofitable than anything. This year has been way more profitable than I have in my previous 2 years, probably combined. Um, so it's the growth, and it up and down, up and down. So yeah, a little bit about it. I probably honestly I'm gonna end the stream here pretty soon because I could have taken this long, but I'm up 2 grand on one. Why would I want to risk that at this point? I could scalp. This would have been, you've seen the absorption here. You could have gone long on this price action on this candle right here. Just say right here. You could have gone long here. This is what I was calling it beforehand. Remember I said here, somewhere right around here, where absorption happened. Blah blah blah. You would have been up $1,000. Yeah, absolutely, Tom. Yeah, definitely. Ragul, thanks for the follow, my brother. Um, yeah, just trying to build. Let's just build a healthy community where we can help each other out. Everyone's gonna have bad days. Everyone's gonna have good days. With trading, just being consistent and not letting your emotions get to you. I always put a daily loss limit. So the main thing I do is I know some platforms like My Funded Futures, they don't have a daily loss limit. You could blow your whole account in one day. I highly suggest, if you're not able to control your emotions, I do it regardless, is just put a daily loss limit. I've looked at all my data, I've tracked it back, and every time I've tracked my data, anything when I lose $300-400, or let's say I'm down 800 for the day, probably 7 out of 10 times it gets worse and worse, or I take a bigger loss. Zach, new here, bro, following. Hey, welcome, Zach. Welcome. Tom, follow. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, that's so it's just crucial to manage your risk on the bad days that you have. Put a daily loss limit. Put that there so it can protect you and it can cut you off for the day, because when you're in that emotional tilt state, 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna be able to control yourself unless you've been trading for 10 years and you're well seasoned. Even then, those guys have bad days. And in hedge funds, they have people that actually manage their risk over their shoulders. So if someone's getting out of control and they're taking a huge amount of losses, they cut them off for the day. It's a risk manager. They say, okay, you're done. Go take a breather. Come back tomorrow. And there's no problem with that. Every day there's opportunity. You cannot have the FOMO. You cannot have the fear. Every day there is a time to make money. And that's the biggest hurdle I had, was I would wake up, let's say I got stopped out barely, or I woke up a little bit late and I missed a whole move. I could feel it emotionally triggering me. Like I would go on tilt in my early days, and then I would start trading. I would just be hitting the buy button or the sell button in random ass areas, just so I thought maybe, oh, this is, you know, this is going to reverse here. Oh, the sellers have to step in here. We're at a high. No, they don't. They don't have to step in because buyers are willing to pay a higher price. But most people think, oh, sellers, they're going to come up here and buyers are going to liquidate them and then they're going to sell. Yeah, that could happen. But buyers, this could be cheap for buyers. They could be loading positions up here, and this could be cheap for them. They could be targeting up here. This is Monday's POC. They could be targeting this. So that's the things that people say. It's highs and lows. They have meaning to them, but it does not mean that price is going to reverse in that area just because it's a higher low. Just because, oh, sellers have to push down here because this is an area where buyers resulted in a failed buy auction. Yeah, it's all these things play a part. It's a journey more than anything, and the best advice I can give to you all is just get in the dirty part of trading and actually take the losses, take the bad days, take the days where you want to break down, where you don't want to trade anymore. We've all had those, but if you're truly passionate about it, keep going, because you'll hit a point where you'll start to be profitable. And if you put enough effort into it and really manage yourself, it'll be a career. It'll be something where you can make money day in, day out. Not every day, but you'll be consistently profitable, where you could actually have a living on a month-to-month basis. That's my goal. I'm hoping to get there. I still have probably another year left before I actually get there, maybe 2. A mosquito. Before you actually get there. So I know it's a big old rant. I usually don't do this. I'm already up in profit, so usually my stuff's solely just about the trade itself, but it's good for you guys to hear this and take into consideration. Man, I need some water. Where are you based? I'm based in San Diego, California. I've lived in many different places. Grew up in Washington, was born there, and then I came all the way down to San Diego when I was in 3rd grade, and then now been here ever since. Love the weather. Love the little subculture here, I guess you would say. Yeah, you can't get much better than this. Look at this box I drew. Look where it kind of tapped into. Right off this area. I would have exited right here if I was in this trade, for sure. This is the biggest amount of sell volume right here. So cool. Been to the Gulf and Vista. Oh, Vista. Yeah, I'm like 30 minutes. I'm like North County, so I'm like just near Escondido. But that's yeah. Whereabouts are you from, Tom? 20 years ago. France, huh? France, yeah. My father's Portuguese. I go and visit Portugal all the time. He was actually born and raised in Madeira. South. I can't pronounce. Perpignan. Hold on, let me get my headphones. My dad's on the chat. Be right back. Oops. You there, Dad?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm talking all my.
Yeah. I was hearing some of it.
How do you pronounce that?
People.
How do you pronounce that in France?
What? Let me go see. I was
Perp-
fixing breakfast.
Perpignan. I was curious how to pronounce that. That's where one of the guys lives. He's in France. Lived in 17 years in the UK. Wow. Whereabouts in the UK? I've visited Croydon. Yep, Raul. This is my dad. Yeah, I trade with him every morning. We literally do this every morning. We've been doing this for the last like 2 years, 3 years. He's been doing it for over like I think 10 years, 15 years, if not longer. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. You don't get that very often. London, Brixton, West Ham, New Cross. Oh, one of the guys is Portuguese from Lisbon, Dad.
Oh,
Portuguese here from Lisbon. Awesome. Portuguese friend, Portuguese brother. Yeah, I've been to Croydon. We've been to London. I do want to visit more northern England, but do you know how to pronounce that, Dad? That Perpa. I don't know how to pronounce that. Prpignan. And Turpin Essex, that's awesome.
Perpignan.
Perpignan?
Perpignan.
Perpignan.
Yeah.
Sick. My dad thinks this is just gambling. Yeah. Most people think it's gambling. Yeah. It's not gambling if you have an edge. You can talk to plenty of people that have made multi-millions of dollars. If that's gambling and they can do it consistently, then they must be the most experienced what do you call it, gambler, or the most luckiest gambler, I guess you would say. Yeah, my dad's Sid De Silva in the chat. Zaka, my father's from Madeira. I send you a voice in Insta. All right, absolutely, I'll check it out because I'm horrible when it comes to French pronunciations. You see, I called that move, Dad, right there, the one that long at the bottom of that box I drew. That was just right below the value low.
Worked out really well.
What was that? Gotta go. See you tomorrow, bro. See you all tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Absolutely, Yannick. Thanks for stopping in, man. Thanks for the follow. It's hopefully another green day tomorrow. Well, but there's big news, so just be careful tomorrow. Breaker block, yellow box. Let's build a healthy community. Absolutely, Ragul. Yep. I don't want any toxic shit. None of that. You're right. Yep. Exactly. But yeah, tomorrow's a lot of big news. Thursday too. So guys, just be careful in the morning. I think tomorrow's release is at 5:30, so you won't have to worry about that as much. But there will be volatility in the morning, and I will probably be very careful. Can we learn your strategy, Zaka? Yes. Let me see here. Let me see if I can. Give me one sec. It's going to be a little while to break down, but I'll break it down for you real quick. Look at this hype. Strategies. Okay. For today's strategy, it's just considered compression day. So you're just trading from one value to the other. If you look back in my previous video on this live, I went over it kind of, but I'll go over a quick little summary. So, sorry, this is all messy. So this was day opened, value low, value high. Test the value high, test the value low. We can see we're bouncing between values. What I saw when I opened up the market in the morning, that we were going to probably come down and test right below the value lows, which we did. We came down here. I wait for absorption to happen. Let me go on the 1 minute so it's a little more clear. I go on the 1 minute, and you can see all this sell areas being absorbed, everything being absorbed. You could have gone long right here on the break. You could have gone. I went long here. I got stopped out, even though I should have waited. But I went long again down here, and then I caught this move all the way up to the value high, and I got out. I got out somewhere right around here. So that's the one thing. Other than that, for breakout days, you just wait for breakouts. Like that was like yesterday. Let me go from yesterday. This is yesterday, and then I'm gonna probably get off after this because I'm all done for today. But this is yesterday, and this was a breakout yesterday. You can see we were in a range, and what happens is, since we're all over the place, I would wait for a breakout somewhere right around here. So as we test this again, I'll wait for a breakout, aggressive buying, breakout off this, and we were in value here. So this was like the value high. You break out. So we came down. You had mass amount of buying right here. There was like 900 contracts. We bounced, broke out. You could have gone long right around here on the close and just trailed all the way up. And that's what I did yesterday. So breakouts and compression days where you're just trading from values to value. I'll go down more in depth. Probably, maybe I'll make a YouTube video about it. But if you want to watch a video, go on Fabio on YouTube, Fabio Valentini, and he has a really good breakdown of all the trades and everything on there. So, but I gotta go eat breakfast. I'm going to probably hop back on maybe for a lunch session, but I will catch all of you guys tomorrow or in a few hours. But I'm gonna go eat some breakfast and just kind of take a little break from the screens. It was nice meeting you guys all, and the new guys, and then Rago and all the guys that have been here. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys. Good trading.